Hi guys, it's me and I'm here at IKEA. I was just shopping for my new room because I need to furnish it. I wasn't planning to have too much stuff so it's easy to move, but I did need like a bed and just some knickknacks and things like that. So I found what I wanted right away. It was basically I had to get a twin size, but also something that would serve as a couch, and in IKEA they call it a day bed. You guys are gonna see it, or maybe you've seen it already in some other videos. But anyway, that's the bed that I ended up getting. So you can make it into like a couch, I guess, according to IKEA. Um, and yeah, so when I was there, I just became so obsessed because like it is so socialist. Like I finally understood why people love IKEA so much. We don't necessarily want things forever or for a really long time. It's good to have things just to furnish something for like temporarily for a short period of time, maybe for like 10 years, and that's it. Then you get something else. It was by this little brook. I found this spot during my Uber travels where I could just chill, and it was kind of in nature because I've been craving to go to the nature. So yeah. Anyway, this is one of my belly dance classes. And I'm just showing you what I do in the belly dance classes. I think this is a beginner style class or like continuing beginner or something like that. So this isn't like super difficult stuff, but so you guys can see like this is what we start out as. Today someone asked me if I was asleep. I realized that I was. When I came here, I was like, wow, I just want to live. Life is beautiful. Life is magic. I love this beach. I think it's my favorite because it's like a real. And I'm so glad I ended up here at sunset. It just gave me this huge inspiration. The breaking waves made me feel. Remember childhood when I used to jump over the waves and just the joy I felt like being at the beach. So this is the bed. Basically, you can put a whole bunch of pillows. You can either get throw pillows or like a huge long pillow and have it against the wall, and then it'll be more like a couch. Even though it's still kind of like a twin bed, but still, I respect IKEA for doing this. Having lunch during my Uber break, my pets, of course, want all the food. I'm like so obsessed with this. I even got other stuff.
Day 2 of Montreal smoked meat. I got fries. Looks so good. Oh my gosh. Right? Looks so good. And there's the pets. And
I
even
see all the places that I go to eat while I'm kind of driving around and then taking a break. So this is a cute bagel place in Mimico. It's privately owned, and yeah, it just has that home kind of small town vibe. And this is a super popular chain. I go there all the time because they have $5 dumplings. They're so good. Anyway, this is the bed. You guys can see it again. Everybody fits on it just fine, though my pets, they don't really want to, I don't know, like they're not as happy with this bed as my old bed. So I read that in feng shui, this is like really bad to have it across from the door because then you're kind of like, I don't know, there's something about death and like being on your way out, and then like you shouldn't be having your bed in front of the mirror where you can see the mirror because like the spirits on the other side can like pull you or something. And look at her sleeping so cutely. I moved the bed around a couple of times, and I had to move it to its final spot where I don't know how to explain it, but it's not where it is where you see in the video because this is across from the door.
It says sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little on the Knight of Wands. On the Queen of Pentacles, on the Chariot, it says you'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. So there are things that you want, Scorpio, but you can't play by the rules.
This is like Little Italy in Charest. I love this mall because I also love this place, the Poulet Rouge, so I go there whenever I can. And here we are camping. This was amazing, guys. I finally got away to do some camping. So, in case it's confusing, this is just a little building that's right across from the office where you kind of register for your camping trip and book the ground that you want, whether it's a cabin or for an RV or for your camping. And here they just have public washrooms and like an abundant piano, clearly. And I guess they do laundry there. I don't know what else they do, but yeah, this was pretty cool just to check out all this old stuff from maybe 100 years ago.
First camping trip in Muskoka, which is much nicer than what I thought. But I saw in the pictures for Algonquin, so I'm glad I ended up here.
I ended up in Muskoka rather than Algonquin, where I was planning to go to originally. However, I didn't go there because it was quite far and it didn't look so attractive. So yeah, I found this on the way and I thought, perfect, I'll just go here. I mean, I don't really care where I go. It's not like I've ever gone camping by myself. So yeah. So basically, it was kind of late in the season for me to go camping. There was only one tent near me where they actually had a tent, and they were pretty like sophisticated about their camping ground. And like their tent was fancy. They had like a changing station. I'm pretty sure they had heaters in their tent because it was freezing. Like I'm lucky that I had my car to heat me, and I didn't actually have a tent because it would have been way too cold. I did it. I blew up the mattress with my own breaths. I'm so good at this. Very impressed with myself. So now I'm gonna chill, I think, because I really don't want to buy food. I really have nothing I desire. I have lots of food. So much food. So I'll go to town on a different day. Then go for a hike before it gets dark. I ended up sleeping in the back seat, which, you know, it's like pretty romanticized in the shows and stuff, but I don't know. It wasn't that comfortable. I mean, toward the morning, I felt really comfortable because it was so warm and just happy to be in the car and like knowing how frozen outside was and how cold it got overnight. I was just so happy that I had heat at all, and I think stayed for 2 nights because yeah, I realized it's really too cold. But I was really happy that I did it, even though the mattress and all that stuff wasn't like super comfortable. I got so inspired to do TikToks and to actually dance in front of the camera, which I think that was the first time I did that. So you guys can see like how many times I tried to do something just to see, oh, is this gonna look good? Is that gonna look good? And yeah, like that was a good experience for me. I find like nature and just the sea, the woods, the mountains, they always bring that kind of energy out in me. So I love any kind of trips, whether it's like to the sea, to the ocean, to the woods, to the mountains. Even the cities, even going to different cities, those can be really, really fun because then you experience a different kind of life. And yeah, it really resets me, at least. Like traveling is something I'm almost always craving. And I was so excited to finally use this grill outside. I used it at home so much, but I never actually used it for its intended purpose. Yeah, and then I got back to doing more TikToks, of course, and they turned out actually really well. I think it's the natural light that really works, that makes everything look so much better, at least for me. But yeah, I realized that I wouldn't be able to stay for too long because I wasn't fully prepared. I just kind of decided, okay, I'm gonna go, and I thought I would go for longer. But once I was there, I just saw, first of all, how cold it is. Like, I wasn't able to shower because I was just too cold. The showers are in like a public house where like there's a lot of them and everything, but the thing is nobody was using them, or at least not that I saw, because really like you're basically outside. There's no heating inside, and that's because it's intended for like the summer hot months, and then I guess maybe there are some winter or like autumn campers, but they really just do it more um, with like the right equipment. So back in Toronto, I'm creeping on this car because I got towed from this little street. I was so mad because I actually thought my car was stolen, and then when I spoke to the guy, it turned out that not only was it towed, but it was like towed from this rich neighborhood. So yeah, I wanted to confront him, this guy at first, because, well, first of all, I wanted to get the person's name. They wouldn't give me the name because I thought, okay, I can take him to small claims court and try to prove my case. So then I started looking for the name, but it was really difficult to find. I mean, it's probably not that difficult considering that like I have the license plate and everything, but the thing is it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and that's basically the issue like marginalized people face, and that's really the reality I came to when this happened to me. Because yeah, I couldn't find his name, and even with the license plate then you have to get into some database or something like that. And yeah, I realized basically that I'm screwed, and anybody like in my position is screwed. Like for example, in my neighborhood, it takes about 5 hours for the cops to actually show up from when you call them. Here, it according to like the time on the ticket, it must have taken less than 45 minutes. So imagine the inequality of this, like how easily like people who are wealthier, they can just snap their fingers by basically, paying the cops in like forms of donations and everything. And I realized, you know, like this basically was where my car was. You could see how like there was a ton of space.
Look at this little kitty.
Anyway, heavy stuff aside, I'm not parking there anymore and decided to let it go. Until next time, bisous!